All right, so now you can see I'm in the house. So I'm recording from in the house. I don't like the camera angle. That's a little better. Looks a little more professional. So I'm in the house. So it's just kind of like I'm here. It feels like I'm like in a big refrigerator. It doesn't feel like full of life. You can kind of hear it. Like it's a comparison, right, from outside to being inside. It just feels like if I put my eyes that way, it looks more like I'm more pointing towards, but the window's right here. But it just feels like the house sometimes is an energy drainer. Like I feel like I'm being like how food is. It needs to be like preserved, and then as you ready to eat it, you microwave it and give it energy to be eaten. It gets warm, and then it's like okay, I'm starting to smell it again. I'm getting my taste buds are starting to warm up again. I feel more energy coming from this food, and inside of here, it feels the same way. It just feels like um, instead of the mini, it's like that thing where it's like a statue, and there's like more of the same statues inside of that statue. It's like it keeps on going into like this small statue, and it's the same image of it, the original statue. It's like that. It's like so I have a refrigerator in here that I keep frozen food in, but yet my house is a big container that I'm living in, and I'm meat, and I have the air conditioner on to keep the the temperature at a kind of chilled, kind of a chilled temperature. You know what I mean? Kind of how you do with meat. You just keep it chilled and preserved where things are not like it's. I'm not that good at science, but I do kind of remember this from high school where they said as you get around things that are like as you make water, so let's use water, right? So you use water, and you have water, hot water and cold water. Hot water, the molecules in hot water are moving a lot faster. That's like it's basic fucking science. It's moving a lot faster. Things are consistently moving very fast with hot water. Cold water, things are consistently slowing down until they freeze up, and then they're not moving at all. That I kind of look at that, and I take that science and I say, wow, that if that's true, then that means what I'm doing to myself right now by being in his house is slowing myself down. I'm literally slowing down the molecules in my body by having the air conditioner on and sitting in the house. I'm not frozen meat, but I'm preserved meat. While being in the house. So maybe that's why, and I feel that. I kind of feel that too. Because when I go outside, I literally feel alive. I feel alive. But when I'm in the house, I just feel almost cold. Like, it just feels corpsey. It don't have a good feeling to it, really. Even like I turn the TV on Netflix or something like that, I'm gonna wrap up in a blanket because I'm trying to, I'm trying to survive almost, um, and it's not that serious. It's not like the air conditioner is killing me. No, you know what I mean. Obviously, you know we've been living like this for years and years, so it's just something that I do notice. Like it's like why do I feel less energy inside, but when I'm outside, it's like I don't have to look for energy. The energy just hits me, you know. Um, it's just something, man. Like I said, just noticing these things, acknowledging them, and you know, it's something that I guess you guys can to I guess listen to and like take note of and say, wow, that's kind of interesting, and I guess that kind of happened to me too a little bit, or not, and say, that I don't relate. You know what I mean? I feel I couldn't live without the AC, and I don't think I can either. I love AC. I just think that the balance is kind of off, But I do find that that illustration or that example of like how the refrigerator keeps meat frozen and preserved, and how I'm in a big container as well. That I guess is keeping the temperature preserved, and that's having an effect on me, preserving something in me, or just preserving me. You know what I mean? For what? I don't know. Maybe just to stay chilled and just to and people say, oh well, the AC is for it. The AC is your protector from the heat. It actually keeps you from like fainting and stuff like that. I don't really believe that. I believe that, people out here have lived like we've lived without AC for hundreds of years. Really, oh, it's been so much time without AC. Really, the time that we spent without AC is greater than the time we spent with it. The thing is, though, nowadays it's such I guess the modern thing or whatever. It's like if you say anything like that, like all of my family, they don't. If I talk to them about the AC all the time, I'm like, yo, we can actually save a lot of money by, not keeping the AC on all the time. Like a lot of times we're not even in the house, but yet the AC stays on. You know what I mean? Because people feel like, oh, when I get in the house, I just want it to be like shivering cold. You know what I mean? I like it shivering cold because that's how I want to feel when I'm in the house. I want to feel like it's wintertime in the summertime. You know what I mean? It's like all you have to do really is set the AC to a point where it turns we keep it on cold fan on. We don't set it at a temperature where it's like, all right, we're gonna keep it at 76 or 78 or 75. Cold air, a fan on, so as cold as it can get, and just let it run. You know what I mean? Which is, but like I said, maybe, you know, um, maybe I'm just hot natured. You know what I mean? So it's just something else to, like I said, I acknowledge it, and I bring the information out, and for you guys to examine and comment and you know and tell me how you guys feel about that, and if you have any knowledge on that, I really would appreciate if somebody's like, oh, I think you're probably even right or wrong. I don't care. Like, I want accurate information, so I'm putting it out there to get accurate information. So if you feel like I'm right or wrong, please leave comments in the section below. You know what I mean? I like to hear them. Once again, it's your boy, man, signing out.